Yo, welcome back to another episode of The Sauce. I know you liked those baseball videos yesterday. My two videos, I went 3-0 in bets. Beautiful. But playoff basketball is back, so obviously attention turns back to playoff basketball. In this video, Mavs Suns Game 3, let's do it.
Welcome to The Sauce. The Sauce. Sauce. Hey, get the sauce.
All right, Phoenix on the road in Dallas for Game 3. Like I said, the line is Dallas -1, so they got the Mavs favored here to open it up. Early action leaning towards Phoenix, as you would expect. 59% of the money on the Suns. This is as of 4 a.m. this morning. But the books definitely react to that Suns money, because check it out. The line does a full 2-point swing early this morning. We're now looking at Dallas +1. Action still leaning on Phoenix, but it's not a wash. There's definitely a lot of people out there that like Dallas. So let's run through a quick breakdown of this matchup here, and we'll start with the point god himself, Chris Paul, who turns 37 today. I believe it's his birthday today. Turns 37, and I'm convinced this man has Benjamin Button syndrome because he is out of control. Through the Phoenix Suns' first 8 playoff games, Chris Paul is shooting an absurd 58% from the floor, a true shooting percentage of 67%. Of all the players in the playoffs, when it comes to PER, he's second. He's the second best player in the entire playoffs so far, second only to Jimmy Butler. Ready for this playoff stat? With Chris Paul on the court, the Phoenix Suns are averaging 125.5 points per 100 possessions. That's an insane offensive efficiency rating. Now, with him off the court, they're actually getting outscored by 14.2 points per 100 possessions. So when he's on the court, they're the best offensive team in the playoffs in the last 3 years. When he's off the court, they're actually losing. And while we're on Chris Paul, we got to talk about what he did in the fourth quarter last game. If you were watching, you couldn't miss this. He exploited the shit out of Luka Doncic defensively, right? So if you're watching, the fourth quarter started, right? So Chris Paul rattles off like 7 straight points or something. They switch Doncic off Chris Paul. Chris Paul's like, nah. Breaks down the court, calls for the screen, switches back onto Doncic, continues to cook him. He roasted Doncic for 14 points to start the fourth quarter and then went and sat down. Game over. Look, I get it. Luka has been killing it offensively. He's averaging 40 points a game. He's killing it on offense, but there's a little bit of a lack of energy on defense. Check this out. There's been 19 possessions where the Suns used a screen to switch onto Luka Doncic. On those possessions, Phoenix is averaging 1.8 points per possession. So it's like auto bucket when they screen switch onto Luka Doncic. Another thing Phoenix continues to do well is shoot the mid-range shot, and that's Dallas's weakness on defense. They're great on the perimeter, but against the mid-range shot, they're like 18th or 19th in the NBA. Suns are exploiting it. Now, positive note for the Mavericks, their defense is much better at home than it is on the road, and it has been all year. Mavs have been a really good home team this year. In my opinion, there are 2 things that Dallas Mavericks need most to grab a win here and bring this series back to 2-1. Number 1, get aggressive on the offensive glass. I don't understand why they're sitting back and playing conservative. They're trying to stop the transition offense going back the other way. Get those offensive rebounds, man. Ayton is good. He plays pretty good on-ball defense. He can score. Chris Paul loves using him in and out of the lane. But one thing Ayton's not good at is protecting the offensive glass. In fact, Suns are 30th in the NBA in defensive ORB rate. So number 1, attack the offensive glass, Dallas. Number 2, Jalen Brunson, where you at, man? What did he average, like 28 points a game in the Utah series? He has disappeared, shooting just 31%, I think, from the floor in this series. He's gone. Kid straight up came out and said Luka Doncic needs more help on offense, which I thought was a little unfair because team's playing pretty well. He basically was talking about Jalen Brunson specifically because he's really the only one that's completely shitting the bed. Listen, I do understand that this Mavs team plays a lot better at home. I understand why a lot of people like the Mavs in this spot. I'm not one of them, man. I think the Suns are still a little pissed. They dropped a couple games to New Orleans. I think they sweep them. So I'm taking Phoenix -1 here. Let's lock it in. Final ticket posted on KyleKirms.com and the Sauce Network app. I'm gonna post them for around 5:30 p.m., 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. It'll have totals, everything for both NBA games and every single sport. We're doing WNBA starts today. I hired a WNBA guy. So every single sport, there's picks up there for you. Also, if there's any crazy last minute changes, injury updates, money shift, line movement, anything like that, I will definitely keep you posted on my Twitter, Instagram story, and Facebook. So make sure you check one of those 3 platforms before you place your bets. We got a real nice winning streak going. I'm gonna come out and say it. We are hot heading into NBA Friday. Let's reel in some more units. I'll talk to you on Twitter.